I was just like pissed off. I was so pissed off. But right after the game, it was like just a sense of that shouldn't have happened. Like, we lost that game, they didn't win.
Hey everyone, welcome again to another episode of the Beyond the Athlete podcast presented by Basketball Nation. My name is Coach David, and today we have a very special guest. A lot of you would know who she is. Most of you will know who she is, actually. Her accolades are crazy. I call her champion of champions, basically. I don't know if she would like that one, but she will let us know afterwards as well. But I'll just read out some of her accolades, which still blowing my mind to this day. New Jersey Player of the Year, McDonald's All-American, GB Olympian at 19 years old, Harvard graduate, USC Masters graduate. So not just an athlete, but also brains as well, and beauty. You'll see her very soon. WNBA champion, Copa de la Reina champion, Polish League champ and MVP, Turkish League champ and MVP, WBBL trophy champ, and as of last week, EuroCup champion for the London Lions. May I present to you all the amazing, the champion, the beautiful Temi Fagbenle.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Did I miss anything?
I was going to say, first of all, my last name, Fagbenle.
Fagbenle.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay,
not bad.
I was trying to put the English side to it, but I was
There's
saying
no English side at all.
I know. Fagbenle. No worries.
And you got it. Thank you for that lovely introduction.
You're welcome. Anything that I missed at all, or?
I mean, there was an All-Star. I won the All-Star. I was the All-Star MVP.
Oh yes, that's true.
British All-Star.
That's true.
That was great. And then I think that's it.
Nice.
Else, yeah.
Nice. So let's start off anyway. For everyone out there that is still getting to know who you are as well, especially the British basketball community, and maybe other parts of the world that you've not played in. What was kind of like your upbringing like? How did you even get introduced to the sport of basketball or sports in general?
Well, my first love was tennis.
Oh wow!
I always say that, and it really was. I started around, 11 years old or 12. Maybe even 13, I can't remember. But it was fairly late for somebody who wanted to be a professional tennis athlete. Like, if you want to be professional, you have to be basically playing from the womb because it's a serious sport. So I started fairly late, and so my dad had a conversation with me one time and was just like, I think you should change to basketball. Like your brother, Dakwa, he's already in the States. It seems to be like a great path in terms of getting an education. Let's do it. So reluctantly, I was like, I agreed, and then I just went into basketball. And it's history from there, Like, I started very, as anyone who's new to any sport, I was terrible, I was like a baby deer on the court, truly. Like, I could hardly even stand up. I had no balance for some reason. But I picked it up really quickly. And after a year, I went to high school in New Jersey, and then from there, university, and then professional.
What was that transition like from being someone that started playing sports, like basketball specifically, a bit later, and then having that journey to the States? Were you with family? Were you by yourself? Like, what was that like? Because I know a lot of young athletes, especially now, that transition is always quite difficult for them. And I've known a few in the past as well, growing up playing basketball, that it was a struggle for them to really kind of adjust as well. So what was that like for you?
Yeah, it was definitely a struggle. I started basketball at 14, and then I left home at 15.
Wow.
And I was just thrown into independence in a sense, And I always thought I was an independent. I always wanted to leave London. I always thought it was quite stifling. And so I was very happy to leave, and my mum came with me for 1 week to, send me off. And after she left, that's when it dawned on me that I'm alone here, and I think I cried for a week.
Oh, wow.
Like I didn't, I was not expecting to do that. But you know, as things goes, you know, you learn your environment, you find things that make you happy, and I got through it. You know, it's not without its tough times, but you just find a way to get through life when it's something you want to do. You know,
and obviously during that time, being able to overcome that and actually like kind of recreate your mindset in terms of like how you saw your opportunity in the States at the time. Would you say that that's what's helped you kind of be successful over the years as well, within your career?
You mean change? You said change my mindset.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
From that adjustment, yeah.
Yeah, I've always been somebody that can adapt to different situations, and I love to travel. I love to meet new people, learn different languages, different cultures, and so that it's also like about resilience as well. You know, like you may not be comfortable in that first change, but finding ways to just adapt to your surroundings, the people around you, and be like embrace the discomfort, because it's not gonna last. Nothing is lasting. I say everything is fleeting. You know, temporary. So, and that goes with emotions and feelings. So you might be uncomfortable right now, but dig deep, and you'll figure it out. And that's what I've been able to do throughout my life.
That's amazing. I think that's really profound because obviously, I don't know if you know much about what we do. So we run a basketball community called Basketball Nation, and solely started because of giving back to the young people, because growing up playing basketball, obviously I didn't go as far as you. I started late as well. I started at 18.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, so, but then playing basketball is like, you're having to play indoors, and then where you're actually playing is you have to pay for it, and then you might not play that much, but you're playing with the older lot as well.
Yep.
And one thing that was actually missing is everyone that's pretty much like 18 and under didn't really have opportunities to play indoors, like at all, or even for free. So we said, you know what, let's just create something like that and just start it. And since then, it's just been like being successful. But those hurdles came into play, like what you said, being able to adjust, because there's times when there's no funds to pay for those courts.
For sure.
There's sometimes you're getting 10 people rather than 25 people coming to the session, so you almost think that, oh my days, what am I doing wrong? But really adjusting your mind and seeing the bigger picture sometimes, and really being able to say, okay, this doesn't work. This is an opportunity to create.
Basically, to problem solve.
Exactly.
You know, pivot.
Exactly. So I can relate to that in my own way, which is powerful.
Nice.
And my next question for you would be around women's sports. I'll say sports first, then we'll go to basketball.
Okay.
The rise of women's sports in the last few years has been amazing. Like, what do you think has kind of created that tipping point, that effect now that women are really killing it right now? And it's not even just in the pro leagues, even in the grassroots as well.
Yeah.
100%. We have some girls that come to our sessions. There's a little girl called Olivia. She's tiny. She's like under 5 foot, but she is tough as nails.
Okay.
So,
nice,
and she gives it to the guys as well.
Yeah.
She doesn't care if she's guarding a guy that's 6'4" or a guy that's like 6'8", whatever. Like, she goes in and she doesn't call fouls.
Nice.
So,
Good.
So there's something there. There's something in the air. So we want to know from your perspective what that is.
I mean, I'm sure there've been girls like, you know, with that kind of mentality throughout.
Of course.
But now maybe eyes are now open to, hey, oh wow, that girl actually can hoop, or she's actually tough, or whatever. But I don't know much about like what's happening in the grassroots, especially in this country, ever since I've been away. But just seeing the rise of eyes on women's sports has been very interesting to me.
Yeah.
You know, I've tried to think about like why now? You know, obviously there's been a push for it. Like, we need more media time. You know, we need opportunities and everything. So I think it's been a gradual ascent.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
for sure. Like, it's not going to happen overnight, and it definitely didn't. But it's amazing to see people take to what women are doing, you know, the amazing things that we've been doing, you know?
Yes.
And I also think that comes with, like, women also becoming more skillful.
Yes.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
with their craft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like seeing, like emulating their game on greater
Yeah.
athletes.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and feeling more confident and free to
Yeah.
improvise.
Yeah.
And just have fun. Yeah, I love that, and so that's part of it. Also, I think, and I think this kind of is the elephant in the room in a lot of these in this conversation, is people like to see pretty women, like on the court, or on the field, on the whatever, right? Like, if something looks good, that's what people are trying to see. So I think that's a part of it as well.
Right. Okay.
So I think, and especially with basketball, I've seen women now, you know, aren't afraid to be themselves,
Yes.
as in be feminine,
Yes.
but also be a dog. You know, like I got my lashes on, got my hair did, got my nails did even on the court. Like some of these things, I'm like, how are these people playing? But respect, as long as you're balling out, don't cry when I knock your weave out or break your nail.
Yeah.
Just do you, boo, but, you know, come correct. So it's really fun to see that. It's really fun to see feminine women or women just like embrace their feminine side. And because that's always what I wanted to do, but I didn't feel comfortable doing that earlier in my career because just the environment I was in, and it didn't feel like it was something I could do and be comfortable doing. So I wore the long shorts, the whatever else, baggy clothes. But now, short shorts.
It's different. It's different.
Tight jersey.
Yeah.
My shorts are size medium. I'm usually wearing extra large.
with the high socks on one foot, on one leg. Yeah. I see that.
I don't go that far, but it's just nice thing. I like that
I
one.
like it. It's distinctive, definitely.
For sure.
So what would you say the future of women's sports, especially basketball, what does that look like right now? Because I think it's still its prime, or it's just reached its prime. But what does that future look like from your eyes?
I'm not sure it's reached its prime, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's even good to know.
I don't feel that it's reached its prime because let me say not us, I'm not roping myself in the old heads, but old heads, some old heads are still in the game.
That's true.
So once they've all gone, I guess, including me, it's going to be fresh. It's going to be like, I don't know, just the new age of ballers, you know, women ballers. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be. Do you know Arike Agumbowale?
From
Ogumbowale.
No.
Arike Agumbowale. Yeah, she's the one who like hit that 3 at the end of the Notre Dame game against UConn or something. But she's Nigerian. She's in the league. She balls just so her skills are so amazing. And she reminds me of a dude. And more women are playing like that. Are feeling more comfortable to just put the ball on a string, just to have fun. So it's gonna be amazing to see that.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited for women's sport, especially basketball, even football as well.
Yeah, like, football too.
Yeah, it's been amazing, and I think the last year really kind of like showed the world what women can do. And the reason why I like that topic, I'm the only boy in my family, so I have 4 younger sisters.
Got you. Yeah. Okay, you're the oldest.
Yes, I'm the oldest as well. And pretty much, I would say, even on my mum and dad's side, most of my cousins are females as well. So I'm always around women. The house I live in, women. I think there's like 4 guys in there.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're always seeing how strong and powerful women are, but I never want to ever call them female athletes. I want to call them athletes. That's always how I've always been.
Or even females.
Exactly. So for me, that's why even with the grassroots, it's all about pushing that narrative as well and getting more girls to play basketball as well, and getting them to show them that, listen, there's also a platform and space for you to actually play, especially in the UK, because we produce so many talent. Especially a lot of the young talent right now that are going to college and high school. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
some really good ballers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's so true, actually. Yeah, I remember thinking like, when I was in college, there were some girls who I could see were like balling in the UK and like they had such great skills.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're gonna be in good hands. And some of them are now being available to play on the national team and different. So I'm like, this is the time where we're rising. We're really rising. Yeah.
Okay, my next question is actually going to go into something different because you come from a family of, I call you guys the Avengers because all of you are super talented, from sports to media. Well, sports and media. I don't know of your other siblings actually, because I saw in your picture when you won the EuroCup, you took a family picture as well, and I saw two ladies that looked exactly like you in that picture.
Those are my sisters.
Obviously, I know Daps. I call him Daps. Toto has actually been to some of our sessions as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so he's actually come to play some of our sessions. There's a few videos of him on our Instagram as well.
Nice.
I also know of your brother Oti, who's an actor. And then I know Luti as well. I've met Luti a few times. I actually did a shoot I was styling a shoot that he was doing for Junior Choi.
Got you.
I think it was 2022. So that's when I got to really speak to him. But I've always known Luti Media from day one when I was younger.
No way.
Playing sports.
Nice.
So I'm like, wow, all of you guys are family. Like, and I asked your brother Daps as well. I was like, do you guys compete with each other, or like, what's it like when you guys sit around the table to have dinner and you see all the accolades from every one of you with what you're doing, what your brothers are doing? It's like, it's crazy. What's that like?
Yeah. No, when we come together, ain't no accolades. When we're in the in the house together, chilling, having fun, ain't no accolades. There. Like when you said that, I was like, we don't even think like I don't even think like that. We're just there for each other. We love each other. We love being around each other. Now we do compete when it comes to Monopoly, when it comes to Risk, when it comes you already know. When it comes to any game, board game, or it's over. But yeah, ain't no competition in this life. Like, who you comparing yourself to? Like, we're all just trying to be our best selves and help each other in the process. So it's a beautiful family. Not without its tribulations, obviously.
Yes.
But we work every day just to try and get through, and help each other. So I'm so proud of my siblings, man. I'm so proud of my family, and not just the ones that you are in the public eye.
Of course.
We have lawyers, we have teachers at the highest level, like people who aren't given their flowers, usually in the public eye, but they're essential to the fabric of a society. So, yeah, my mom's a medical herbalist, like dad's a journalist, retired. Yeah, we got special though, special. I'm very proud of them.
Blessed.
Yeah, blessed, and highly favored, for sure.
Nice, amazing.
Yeah.
Let's talk basketball now.
Yeah.
When you first hooped, your first ever time, what was that feeling like?
My first ever time?
Yes, your first ever. Do you remember it? The first time you actually held a basketball and you bounced it. Do you remember that?
I remember being on the court and feeling like a fish out of water.
Where?
Well, first ever for real, I think. Because I was with the Barnet Bulldogs at one point. So it must have been with them, but I don't have a clear memory of it. Yeah, I do remember me being with Haringey Angels and trying to dribble the ball. And literally, my legs were like, what? I play tennis. Why am I unbalanced on this court? But that's how it was. I think it was the hand-eye coordination of the ball and trying to, focus. Yeah. It was too much going on, man. But it was fun. I was athletic. And I caught on quickly. I was a good student. So, yeah, it became fun quickly. But I was riddled with knee issues, knee pain, so as much fun as it could be,
it's painful.
It was painful, man. And so it became a love-hate relationship, more hate than love.
Oh gosh.
Until I was able to sort my knees out.
Okay.
Like a decade later.
Okay.
Yeah.
My story is very interesting. I've said this to most of my podcast guests as well. So the first time I actually played basketball, I actually didn't play with a basketball. So my cousins, so I grew up in Nigeria. I was born in Nigeria. And my cousins used to make balls out of rubber bands.
Okay,
I'm sure
yeah,
you know
I remember
that.
Yeah.
And we made our hoop on our grandma's balcony.
Nice.
With a metal rod. You know the rod that have the ribs around it that you see I don't know if you've ever been to Nigeria, they're the ones that they use for scaffolding.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so we had it bent and nailed it, like pretty much nailed it, bent the nail into the actual circle onto like a wooden backboard and then tied it around with like a hanger, like multiple hangers onto the back.
See, engineers. Wow.
Yeah. So that's how we played. We weren't poor though, but we just thought let's just improvise because at that time you're thinking, where are you gonna like basketball? Like what sport is this you've seen on TV?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go and buy a ball for in Nigeria at the time? So it's like
basket or hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I started playing, then I went to college, secondary school, and they used to call me Fish.
Why?
Because like, the same thing, my legs would be shaking, and if they passed me the ball, I couldn't catch it. So that was my nickname for the whole time.
One of these people.
Yeah, literally in secondary school. And I was like, when I came to the UK, I was like, I'm not going to be rubbish at basketball. I'm going to surpass everyone in my secondary school and my cousins and everyone. And then,
Did you?
Pretty much did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't the best, but I was more of a defender, a really good defender. So even like youth games, they will put me on like the best player whilst the whole rest of the team are playing zone. I'm playing man to man.
Yeah, okay.
So that was my role.
Interesting.
But I became
defender.
Exactly, yeah. But I became a better shooter and a better point guard when I went to uni in Coventry.
Okay.
Started training with my friend now, who actually worked at Nike as a marketing director, but he was playing for the D1 team, coming from D1 college as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
but he was really good. So I was working out with him every morning, 7 a.m. non-stop for like a year.
Nice.
And I just, improved massively. So
Let me see your form then.
my form? Okay.
There we go. Stop. Hey, you can always tell who can ball.
Exactly.
Let's just see your form real quick. Let's see what
but a lot of people when they shoot jump shots, Americans have this thing where they jump forward when they shoot jump shots, but a lot of people tend to jump on one spot. So that's something I learned as well, because I used to jump on one spot, but I used to shoot like that.
Okay.
I used to spin the ball towards the rim. So yeah, that had to change. It was horrible. It was so horrible.
Did you know you had to change, or did someone tell you had to?
No, I knew I had to change, but I just didn't know how to. So obviously, when I met the right people, they just adjusted everything. It was uncomfortable at first, but you adjust. So
nice.
yeah. Okay, so my next question is around you being a champion as well. I'm sure it doesn't get old with you, like winning everywhere you go. How's that feeling? Because first of all, like, it's not even from the WNBA. Like, the fact that you're a McDonald's All-American as well, and I'm sure around that time you hadn't even played basketball that long compared to everyone else that was on there. I think at the time maybe you'd have been how old?
17.
So that's 3 years in the sport, basically.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually powerful. And that's in the States as well, where the competition is high. So that means those 3 years, you must have put in a lot of work. A lot of work.
Indeed, I did.
So for those of you that don't know what the McDonald's All-American is, it's basically the all-star game for the top young athletes in the States. And you know already the States is a big nation. So the fact that you can be part of that is it's profound.
Yeah, no,
it's profound. And I'm sure when people walk past you, they don't even know.
Yeah.
They don't even know, like, I'm walking past greatness.
I mean, no. Go on.
Yeah, no, you go on.
No, I guess back then I didn't realize how blessed I was to have been picked for McDonald's All-American. Like how exclusive it was. Like, and thinking back now, it's just like, damn. That's the top players in the country. The whole of America. And I'm one of them on the east side. Like, why?
You British girl.
A British girl, like... But I was eligible because I'm technically American.
Sure, yeah.
Because I was born there. So, I'll take it. But, wow. And I remember, like, playing in the... being there and being the only British girl and, people making fun of my accent even. And then they would, like, say where everyone is going to college. And I was the only one going to an Ivy League school. Like everyone else was solid, like basketball schools or whatever. So, but I was always proud of the fact that I picked Harvard, you know, over everyone else, because I had a vision, you know, of basketball is not gonna last forever. You can be gone like this. You never know. Your life can be gone like this. So why not set myself up as best as I can for the future?
Of course.
Let's get a great education from a institution that the whole world knows about, so that whenever I say it, bing, and that's how it's been. And I know after basketball, I'm set.
Yeah.
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 And this is where Beyond the Athlete now comes into play. So obviously going to Harvard, like, what made, obviously you've explained why that decision was clear for you. What did you study when you were there?
Whew, well, I didn't know what I wanted to study. Thankfully, in the States, that's another thing, the difference between the States and London. Like, you have to know what you want to study here. Like, what? 11, even. Like, you know, like GCSE or even before GCSE or whatever.
If it was in Nigeria, by the time you're born.
Well, exactly. You're
a
it's
doctor,
already
a lawyer.
predetermined. Exactly. So no choices here. So I just never knew. And so I got to Harvard. I was like, what am I going to study? Like, I hate maths. I don't know if I really want to be doing science. Anyway, I just settled on anthropology. I love, man. It's the study of humans and like society in general. And then there's obviously different facets within it. So you can do social anthropology, musical, forensic anthropology, medical anthropology. It's, study of humans. And I had a blast. I loved it, yeah. And then I went to USC. And all of these, what's it called? Majors, I guess, concentrations. I was able to do them because they worked with my basketball schedule.
Right.
Yeah, when I went to USC, I wanted to do like film, but it didn't work with the schedule. So I was gutted. It was like the #1 film school in the country or something.
Yeah.
I wanted to do, but I ended up doing strategic public relations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
That's still quite interesting.
No, it was the #1 program in the country as well. So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
So do you have a plan after basketball with what you studied, or are you going to go into something different?
So I don't know about a plan, but strategic public relations can help me in any...
Exactly, yeah.
In any field.
Even now, as you're playing as well.
Even now, with my brand, with other people, whatever I want, like... So that's great. And anthropology is within that as well, with the study of humans and behaviors and everything. So I think I'm even using it now, you know. But I'm an entrepreneur at heart, so I've already started doing things.
Amazing.
Yeah, like even now.
Okay.
So I have something after
Do you want to plug it?
I'm not trying to plug nothing, man.
Okay, cool. Okay.
This is not, I don't know, I'm not. It's just stuff, life. I'm just trying different things. Looking at real estate as well. So, yeah.
That's good. That's good to know. Really, really good. It's interesting because I always like people to know that you're putting the work in the sport that you love, or in something that you love, first of all, and it kind of paves the way for other things that you are destined to do as well. I always feel like you're never destined just to do one thing, because if you're going to make an impact in the world or even support people, which are still the world, you have to really kind of like explore all your talents and be the best at all your talents, because it doesn't just benefit you, but it benefits the next guy or lady like that's around us, basically.
For sure.
And
For sure.
with the reason why we started this podcast is to show that as well. It was never for well, technically it was for me, because I wanted to have conversation with people that I could say that, okay, this is my library of like learning about people and getting to know people, but also even public speaking as well. Being able to interview people and have conversations, the right conversation with people. Nice. But then at the same time with the cameras, it's sharing it with the rest of the world as well, especially the young people in the UK that don't get to experience those things.
For sure. For sure.
So that's, and everything that you just said now with what you're doing, like, even though you don't want to plug your entrepreneurial side, it's fine. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Obviously, WNBA champion, correct me if I'm wrong, your rookie season.
Yep.
20 is it 2017?
2017. Yeah.
2017. Nice.
Mm.
And then now going back to the WNBA in a few days. Am
Yes.
I correct? Okay. In a few days. And the team you're actually going to play for, because when I actually saw the news about the team you're going to, I was like, wow, okay. And then I saw who's going to be going there as well. I was like, this is WNBA is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And then now you have the lady from South Carolina, is it Cardoso, and
Yes, and Angel Reese. Yeah.
now going to Chicago.
Yeah.
So you're going to have Indiana Fever, who you're going to be playing for.
Yeah.
With yourself, Caitlin Clark, and an amazing team.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin Clark being classed as like pretty much the GOAT of female basketball. She hasn't played the WNBA game yet.
It's funny how that could happen, yeah.
Alongside the champion of champions.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Angel Reese and Cardoso on Chicago team. But then you also have people like Sabrina at New York.
Yes.
And then Aja at...
Las Vegas.
Yes, Las Vegas Aces. WNBA is going to be lit this season.
Yeah.
This coming season, you know. There's so many teams that it's up for grabs for anyone right now.
Yeah, like I think the fans are very excited to just see these matchups. And
yes.
They see their favorite players on the court as well. Like WNBA has been competitive, but
it has.
just eyes weren't on it, as much. So it's great. It's great that people are watching now, and people are interested in the women there for whatever reasons, But I think the fact that their stories are being told more kind of humanizes them a bit and gives people an opportunity to kind of like relate and be a fan.
That's amazing. And alongside that now, before that, EuroCup champion.
Yes. Praise God.
Praise God. Obviously, I know the first leg of the game of that finals you guys lost.
Yes.
And the second game you guys just went nuts, crazy. What was the conversation like after that first loss? Like, what was the team like? Like, what is it that you guys spoke about? What made it different going into that final leg of the finals?
I mean, I did an interview after we won, and the same question was asked, like, how did you feel after that loss? And
I thought we were going to be the first ones as well.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, no, that I was just like, pissed off. I was so pissed off. But right after the game, it was like just a sense of that shouldn't have happened. Like, we lost that game. They didn't win. Thank God we brought it back to 7 points only. We were down by 18 points, so
I know.
And it could have just gotten the better of us. Like, just bye-bye.
I know.
The way we rallied and just brought it back to 7 points. We were like, yes, it's doable. We can do it. Like, they're a great team, no shame, no shade, whatever, but we're better. We know it. We have more depth. They play 6 people, for goodness sakes, and they beat us. It was just even embarrassing stuff. So we had a whole week before the next game, right? And I was saying in the other interview, I was like, a whole week to be pissed off. I just was, when you just can't wait. Let's run it back. I wanted to run it back that same night. I have to wait a week. Hey. So the first practice, we were focused, like, this is go time. So we went at each other, like, how we needed to, because we weren't happy with our performance in the game. We were kind of soft. We let the refs get the better of us, missing easy layups, missing just, like, no confidence. So we just took it out, like, on each other in practice, trying to be as, safe as possible. But yeah, we knew we were ready. We knew we were ready come game time. Like, I was, like, as I said in the interview, like, sleepless nights. I was waking up 4 or 5 hours before my alarm.
Damn. Wow.
Just, like, couldn't sleep. And then come game time, game day, I woke up 4 or 5 hours before my alarm, like, oh, God, I need to sleep, damn it. This is an important game, whatever. Got my pre-game nap, though.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. Got my pre-game fit. styling.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Yeah.
Look good, feel good, play good. And then come game time, come tip. The crowd is full, it's packed. It's like, this is beautiful, man.
Yeah.
This is basketball.
Yeah.
This is British basketball. This is London basketball.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is what I'm doing it for. I was just so happy, but so focused and so pissed off. So I just knew from jump I had to come out swinging. We had to come out swinging, but I was going to make sure I was part of that. I was the main one part swinging. So that's what it was.
Nice.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I could tell because I actually watched the game back. Obviously, I did message you and I did say that I couldn't make it, but I did watch the game back, and it's almost like you guys were just in the zone. Like you were never gonna let that go at all.
Nope.
And you weren't gonna just do it by just 8 points.
Yeah, no.
At all.
We wanted to do it by much more, but they fought, man. They fought. They were, that Dana Evans, was she number one in the black one, short one?
Yeah.
The way she tried to put that team on her back,
I know.
I said, just relax.
But that has its downfalls as well.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not a one-man show.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
My next question, well, I have a few more questions, but my next one is about what does the future hold for Temi right now? Obviously, you're not going back to the WNBA, but then what does the rest of the year look like for you?
The rest of the year?
On a personal level, not on the basketball.
On a personal level?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I entered this past season personally coming out of I went to a 10-day silent meditation first of all. So I was just in a very introspective space, a space of healing from past nonsense. And I think now I'm kind of still on that healing journey, still on that finding what I want to do journey.
Yeah.
What is my passion journey? Still, in 31 years of life, I haven't found my passion. It's sad.
It comes when it needs to come.
And I wonder, is basketball my passion? It must be, to be doing it this long, I swear. What I've always said about basketball, sorry, I'm going back to basketball. Basketball is life, isn't it?
Do your thing, yeah.
It's just intertwined in my life.
Yeah.
I've always said that because people are like, oh, you're living your dream, you must love basketball. I'm like, don't put words in my mouth, because for a long time I didn't love basketball, it wasn't my dream. I'm just doing it because I'm good at it and I want to be the best at it because I'm doing it. So why not be the best at something you're doing? If you're not going to do it well, just stop. Give it your all.
Yeah.
And this is how you just lose your train of thoughts.
It happens. Don't worry.
I forgot what I was saying. I said something about
you're talking about
dream.
You're talking about it's at 31.
Yeah.
You haven't found your
passion.
Oh,
exactly. So I was, sorry.
That's okay.
Basketball has not been my dream, right? And what I've always said is that even though I may not love basketball the way maybe Jordan or Kobe, them basketball heads who just love basketball can do it 24/7.
Yeah.
I have a deep, profound respect for the game and what it has afforded me in my life, what it shows me, what it teaches me and others, teaches me about myself and also teaches me about others on that court. Basketball is teaches you about life, does it not?
Yeah, 100%.
When you're having a tough time on the court, you figure out in that moment who you are through how you respond. And also you figure out who other people are through how they respond, right?
Yeah.
And it's so cool.
It's crazy though. I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're down by 20 points with 1 quarter to go or whatever, or half to go. How are you reacting in that moment?
Yeah.
Are you still giving high fives, looking people in the eye? ready to go, like being a dog, or you just like, it's over.
Are you beaten? So, like already?
Yeah,
basically,
beaten already. You got a whole half to go, and you're beaten. That's a testament to your character, who you are. It's so cool. It's so cool, isn't it?
If you haven't played basketball, you would not understand that feeling.
Yeah.
If you haven't played sports, you don't understand that feeling.
And one of my favorite feelings is, tip, whatever, we're going, everyone's got that first blow, and then you get tired. But then, is that when you get tired?
Yeah, that second wind.
That's that second wind. Who can bring it? Who can rise above the fatigue? And I love challenging myself in that way, trying to rise above it every time, because I see my opponent gassing, tired, and I'm sprinting.
Yeah.
And it's just a beautiful day.
You know, that second wind, I've always said, it can get into two places. It can get you to be tired and like maybe you're not playing as well as you need to, or you can actually get into the zone as well.
Yes, exactly.
Because there's times when I felt that it's like I get into a zone where I can't miss, but then there's also times where it's like my whole body, I just feel empty.
Yeah.
It's like lifeless. Like I just wanted this game to end.
Right.
Basically. So
I feel it.
And that's even with life as well.
Exactly.
With life as well. There's times like you just want to keep going. But I think now I get to the point where I get to that second wind and it's like I have to think more creatively. I have to challenge myself more now.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, maybe I can do this scrimmage. Okay, now I'm getting a bit like tired doing that, and then the second wind comes and I'm like, okay, let me do a dunk championship now. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like thinking bigger and bigger. Like it's almost like you're challenging yourself, like, can you do it? Basically. And that's so, as much as that's what basketball's taught me now, like I need to just keep raising the bar basically every single time. So yeah. But thank you though, I appreciate this conversation.
Me too.
My next few questions are going to be different.
Okay.
My first question from this next part is, do you have a question for me?
Do I have a question for you? Wow. Yes. I think I'll ask you the same question. What does this section of your life look like for you? Like in the future, what would you like it to entail?
More progression for me. I think I want to impact more people. I think that for me, that's like the main thing, because I feel like everything else falls into place once you're actually impacting people. Nothing exists without people. Nothing comes into play without people. I couldn't do this without the guys here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So me impacting people a lot more is what I look to for this next phase of my life. Yeah. Basically.
In Britain,
in the UK and abroad as well. Because to be honest with you, and a lot of people will laugh at this, but I actually want Basketball Nation to become a governing body for basketball globally.
Nice. Yeah.
So as much as you have FIBA and all these guys, they're great, but no one's really challenged them. So that's what we're looking to do. So, but we're starting from the foundation, which is grassroots, and building that up.
Yes.
Regardless of how long it takes. So, yeah.
Nice. That's a lifelong endeavor then.
Yeah, 100%.
Fantastic.
100%. My next one is the guys like this question. Start, bench, trade. MJ, Kobe, LeBron.
This is a difficult question, you know.
It's not.
Can't just say things willy-nilly. Start, bench, trade. Jeez. It's too much. MJ, Kobe, LeBron.
Yes.
Start. You can't do it.
You can.
It's not possible.
You can't. You can't.
It's not possible. How am I gonna trade any of them?
Exactly. That's the whole point of the question. Is interesting. It's fun.
In what day and age?
All in their prime.
Today.
All in their prime.
Yeah, all in their prime.
Yeah.
Playing today.
Playing today. Okay, yeah, let's do playing today. Yeah, let's do playing today.
All in their prime, playing today. Oh, God.
It's still difficult.
It's still tough.
Exactly.
But playing today, you just have to. You have to start. You have to start MJ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to start MJ. You have to start MJ. You bench Kobe, trade LeBron. Sorry.
Okay. Interesting. A lot of people have said that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they all have killer mentalities, but MJ and Kobe's killer mentality
It's
is
completely
different.
off the chart, yeah.
So that's just, you just have to do it like that.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
No answer is wrong, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's just preference,
tough.
yeah.
Sorry, LeBron.
And then, my last question is: who would you like to see or recommend to be on this podcast?
Ooh. And it can be anyone, innit?
Anyone.
There's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that you should have told me beforehand so I could really think about it and not waste time.
And maybe anyone that you know.
Okay, anyone I know.
Mm.
So I can now just call them up, innit?
Exactly. That's what your brother did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you were his one of his recommendations.
I'd put Sylvia Fowles.
Okay.
Yeah, Sylvia Fowles. Ooh. Or Masai Ujiri, who is the president
Yes.
of the Toronto Raptors.
But those guys never. I've emailed. So basically, I know he works with NBA Africa as well.
Yes.
And every time I email them, I get I can't remember his name, but he's the guy that runs communications there. He's always come back to me saying, "Oh, we're sorry, we declined. Like we like what you guys are doing, but fortunately, this is not the best time."
Yeah.
Every time, so.
Don't worry, your time will come. It will come.
Indeed,
the time will come.
Indeed. He'll be good though.
Yeah, he'll be good. Any other my other siblings as well, to be honest. You know, OT.
Yeah.
UT.
I've asked Luty as well. I think
Okay.
he's definitely going to come on. Just
Nice.
find time for that.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. What about you? Well, who would you like to have on this podcast?
3 names:
Okay.
Shaq,
Yes.
LeBron James,
Yes.
Rich Paul.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Got you.
And then I'll add another one, Asia as well.
Asia Wilson.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have actually tried to get in touch with her as well.
Yeah.
So this is someone I really want to talk to.
Yeah.
And I like her vibe. It reminds me of like your kind of vibe as well.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she'd be fun. We can have a conversation. It's like, yeah.
She seems chill.
Yeah.
She seems chill. A lot of women in the league are chill. Like great vibes. Like and just straight ballers. Yeah.
Oh, Sydney Colson as well.
Sydney Colson is hilarious.
Yes. Oh my! I follow her on TikTok. Like,
okay.
She is amazing.
That's how she is in real life. Just. I played with her in Minnesota.
Okay.
For one season.
She'll be
just
so
a joke star.
Yeah, she'll be so good.
Just natural.
She'll be so good.
So fun.
Yeah. Well, Temi, it's been amazing speaking to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for welcoming us to your beautiful home.
Thank you.
And we wish you every success for the future. But yeah, thanks for having us. And thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, let us know what you think of this episode and all the other episodes as well. We're always looking to even improve and become better to give you great content. And if you have any questions, do leave it in the comments as well, or follow us on Instagram at Beyond the Athlete Pod and at Basketball Nation with an X. See you guys soon. Coach David out. Peace.
Peace.